Welcome to the WD168. Hey, God gives us 168 hours each week to live, love, and enjoy. This is our take on this week's 168 from the WD, the Western Diocese. With 1 week left in the Lenten season, we hope and trust all of you are plugged into the many programs we have throughout the diocese to heighten your spirituality, either at your local parish or via the many electronic resources. Father Yeremia Abgarian, the energetic and dynamic young priest of our diocese, in his capacity as youth director, led an ACYO lock-in at the St. GARABED Armenian Church in Rancho Mirage. In that monastery-like setting, the ACYO, that's the Armenian Church Youth Organization's members, had a chance to engage in a spiritual discussion with Q&A with Father Yeremia. Stories, personal witness were part of a special few days, which culminated in the celebration of the Holy Badarak at St. Garabed. And while we're on the subject of youth, our primate, Archbishop Hovnan, is pleased to announce the dates and sign up for CYMA, that's the Christian Youth Mission to Armenia, and the Summer Camp Program. Applications are being accepted for both. Check with your local church for more information and also for financial assistance. This year, the summer camp will be less one of its big supporters and beloved clergymen. The Reverend Father DATEV TATOULIAN was laid to rest in New Hajan town in Armenia last week. The sacrament of last unction was celebrated with a divine liturgy presided by His Eminence, our primate, Archbishop Hovnan, at the St. Gregory the Illuminator Church in Pasadena. Some 30 bishops, priests, deacons, joined by hundreds of congregants, filled the sanctuary to bid farewell to this priest who has diligently served his Armenian church for over half a century, primarily in Reedley and the San Diego communities. Father Datev's remains were transported by the family to Armenia to find a final resting spot in the shadow of Mount Ararat in the town of Norhajan. Father Datev's committal took place with Bishop Daniel Findikian of the Mother See presiding and Bishop Hovnan Hagopian co-officiating, along with 2 priests from the Western Diocese. In a private meeting with his family members, His Holiness the Catholicos Karikin II offered his sincere condolences for this man of God. May God rest him in peace. Spring is here. They took an hour away from us, but not in Armenia, and certainly not for the 25,000 people who were not bothered by that when they participated in this year's LA Marathon. Delilah Shahbazian was one of those runners. She was inspired by a presentation given by World Vision at the St. Leon Revontians Cathedral last fall, when they were honored for their humanitarian programs. Top among those programs is bringing clean water to communities. For over 703 million people, access to clean water is far away, too easily drink. They can't bathe, they can't cook, they can't clean. Part of the training for the marathon involved learning about the vulnerable communities around the world, especially during this global water crisis. Like Shahbazian, those running under the World Vision banner this year were encouraged to learn that morning that over $880,000 was collected for their running efforts, which will likely be doubled by this time. Congratulations and God's blessings for all those who trained, ran, and walked to make a difference in this world. Connect with your local church and you'll be amazed how inspiring it can be. Water is only part of the problem in Gaza, where Israel unrelentingly is pounding on the Palestinians. The shockwave is felt in Armenia, where implications of a silent world and a deaf aggressor compounds the existential threat it faces. More to come in a few weeks. A big thank you to all of you who participated in the fundraising for the AREV children, the Down syndrome children in Armenia. Father Grigor Grigorian, whose visit to our diocese included stops in Burbank at Reclaim, San Francisco at St. John, and San Diego at St. Sarkis, captivated our hearts with the stories and pictures of those children and his Christian witness to the power of love. This one picture was painted by one of the Down syndrome children named Narek and was auctioned off at Reclaim to the highest bidder, happened to be Subdeacon Barton. God bless all who participated. Father Grigor premiered the latest AREV video at the Western Diocese. We promised not to show it until he returned to Armenia to show it there. With him safely back home and in the company of his son Monte, now we share with you the latest video from AREV children. Enjoy. Well, that does it for this week's WD168. This weekend begins Holy Week with Palm Sunday services followed by events from the Last Supper to the Passion to the Crucifixion and Easter next Sunday. There's nothing that lives the victory of our Lord the way the Armenian Church does. Make sure to connect at the Armenian Church near you. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week when we look at that 168 from the Western Diocese.